Hey guys, and welcome back. This video will be all the deets pertaining to our legacy challenge that we will be starting. So last time we were introduced to Miss Jessica Babbit, who is going to be our founder, and she will be bringing in our first heir. This time around we are getting her new home built, we're getting her hubby selected, and we are going to talk about the laws that we're going to follow for the challenge. So as far as the house is concerned, I mean, it's very simple. It's just a box. We got the essentials in there. She has a bathroom. Obviously there's a double bed for them to both sleep. There's a small kitchen area, a little sitting area for them, and TV, just bare necessities. It's a big lot. We're not going to look at the big lot because it's going to make the house look so much smaller. So we're just going to focus on the little box with the roof that we are calling our home right now. It's a very sad existence, but it's all we can do with $8,000. We will be getting her to work very soon so we can expand and not be essentially in a tiny home once we start bringing in our children. Now, with all of that being said and out the way, I want to talk to you guys about the laws and things that we're going to follow for this one as well. So I went through and looked again, and I did see that her hubby needed to come from the Legacy Loves hashtag, or at the very least be a townie whose skills and traits and things that I don't know. So I guess she could have just met a townie, but I went ahead and grabbed her a Legacy Love off, and we'll look at some of those guys in a bit. But for our gender law, we are going with equality because we're all about equality here. We're not singling folks out. So boys and girls are eligible for the title of heir. Normal monarchy, I know, is usually like the son, and we could go that route, but nah, we're gonna go with equality, and we have some other rules to follow. So bloodline, we're going modern with that. So it doesn't matter, both naturally born and adopted. Your children are your children. So if it's adopted, if it's naturally born, either way, that is your child. They are eligible to be an heir. Next up, this is a democracy here, people. So I ultimately want you guys to decide from our eligible pool of children who will be our heir going forward once we get to that point. Otherwise, we will go by strength. The firstborn by default will be the heir, but the title can be stolen by any eligible sibling if they're beaten at a fight. And the way we're going to do that is a challenge must be made before Brawl Day, because on Brawl Day, that is when the fight will commence. And I decided of doing it that way because, first and foremost, they're family. And yeah, everybody wants to be the heir. Everybody wants to be, the HBIC, or, I guess head guy in charge, whatever, doesn't matter. But even with that being said, it's all family and it's all love, and if they fight on Brawl Day, it doesn't negatively affect their relationship. So, like I said, I wanted to do it that way because I don't want them hating each other. They're family, and I just don't like that. So that is what we're going to do. Brawl Day is when any challenges must go down. So if there's a couple of challengers, then we'll just go in order of, challenge. So if sibling number 2 challenges the firstborn and they win, then the next challenger is fighting the winner. That's just how we're going to run with it. And I mean, if we need to make adjustments later, we'll do that, but I think that'll be kind of fun. It's kind of, now that I think about it, it's kind of like Black Panther. So yeah, challenge day, it's happening, it's going down. So yeah. And then finally, as far as species is concerned, heirs, as long as they were carried by pregnancy, or obviously if they are adopted in, like I said, we're not gonna single out adopted children. That's just not something that I want to have on my channel. Um, if our heir happens to get abducted and come back pregnant, then that alien baby will become eligible to be an heir. Now, as far as going through with it with birth outside of the heir, we're not allowing in other species. It has to be like, if the heir, whoever the heir is, male or female, if they did not give birth to that child, then they are not eligible. So if our heir happens to be male and he is not abducted by an alien, but he ends up marrying an alien, he is not giving birth to the child, so the alien baby would not be eligible for that title of heir. I know that's a little weird, but I don't know. I kind of want, I don't want to get too crazy with the different species and things like that. And again, obviously, we can reevaluate later, but because like I do want this to be very much inclusive, but I don't know. Alien babies are weird. I don't know. We'll talk about it if it comes up. We'll talk about it, but that's all we got. That's all the rules that we have. So we'll jump back in and see where we are in the build. I am using some SIMKEA furnishings for that kitchen. I think that's the only custom item that I'm using in this. I did want to mention, because I know I mentioned before that we are using MC Command Center to kind of fill our lots. We also have, for an added challenge, we are also trying out the Slice of Life mod as well, so we'll have that stuff added in. And then, like I said, the SIMKEA furnishings is also being used in this challenge, so I just want to put that out there to make sure I'm giving credit to all. It is in the description of both this video and the last, all mods that I am using in respect to this challenge. So that way, you know, if you guys want to use them, you know, definitely go check them out. This is my first time using them, so I'm no pro at them by any means. We'll learn it together, but it, like I said, it is listed in the description which mods and extras that we have loaded into the game and that we are using. Alright, so I'm gonna jump out while we finish building up the house, and then I will be back when we start looking at the fellas. Alright, and we are back. We're just gonna go ahead and hop into the gallery and take a look at some of these legacy loves out here. We'll take a look at a few of the fellas, and then we will meet the one that I ultimately ended up deciding on. In the future, we'll make the decision together who we want to be our legacy love, but I went ahead and selected this one. I was looking for someone named Roger, and because she's Jessica, and I wanted her beau to be Roger, and I did not find a Roger. So the guy that I selected, we're just gonna pretend like his middle name is Roger, and we're gonna go with that because yeah, I couldn't find a Roger, and now that I'm thinking about it, I should have just put this out there for you guys, and maybe one of you guys could have just made me a Roger, but it's too late. They've met, She has her love. We'll just go with it, but yeah, I wanted a Roger. That didn't happen. At any rate, so right now we're just kind of looking through some of our options, and then we'll start actually opening some of the guys up and taking a look at them, because I was seeing a couple of cuties. Starting with this guy here, Mr. Darius. He's cute. I don't remember the name of the person who made Darius, but well done. Definitely well done. I liked Darius. Darius was definitely one that I was considering. I liked him, his nice broad shoulders. I was actually thinking of choosing him, but then I looked at the second picture and it has the traits up there. So I'm like, I saw the traits. I can't. So I'm like, oh crap, well now we can't use him because now I've seen the traits. So don't look at the second picture. If you're choosing, don't look at the second picture. It's a setup. So he was kind of cute as well. We didn't go with him either. So essentially at first I was just kind of looking at who was cute, but then I decided I kind of want to keep the redhead alive in the bloodline for a little bit longer. I don't want it to end with her, because I know, the child, there's no guarantee that they'll have red hair. And I kind of like the little ginger in her. So we did just, as a little hinty hint, we did choose another redhead. So I know we're looking at a lot of cuties, and there was no shortage of options here, and that maybe they'll be perfect for a later heir, but we went with the redhead. We are keeping the ginger alive. She's cute. I like it, and she's a little spicy. He seems like a little more mellow, and I think they'll be a good fit. I actually have not looked at his traits yet. Like I said, I did get him loaded in. They have met, but when we actually get into the gameplay, we will be learning his traits and aspiration and all of that together. I didn't want to spoil it. I didn't want to know ahead of time, so I did not look. We're learning. We're going to meet him together. She's meeting him now, but we're going to meet him together. So, like I said, there was no shortage of cutie pies that were out here, but we're definitely gonna go with, and you can actually, this is actually him. I hadn't decided that it was him yet. I come out and I go scrolling a little bit more, but I'm like, no, I think they would be really cute together. We gonna pick him. We going with him, and then that's just that. So, yep, here we go. Clarence is his name. We'll see that when we jump in the game here in a second. I think I might not have actually clicked on him in the video. I might have stopped recording when I saw his name, but his name is Clarence, and we're just gonna put in Roger as that middle name, and then Greenwood. Okay, I did. Clarence Greenwood, middle name Roger. I thought about just changing his name, but we'll just leave it. At any rate, Clarence Greenwood is our love. We will be seeing him and Miss Babbit in the challenge. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll see you soon. Bye.